see the beauty of in the land of Uganda.
Hello, welcome to Petua's Kitchen. Welcome to Awaka me Tekwaro, meaning the beauty of our culture. I'm going to be presenting today how to prepare tamarind, Cwaa tamarind. This is tamarind, as you can see, is a product that comes from Africa and other countries, but normally in the northern part of Uganda, where I come from, actually in the Gululand, we've got the Cwaa, that's how it looks like, and it's tamarind. So I will be showing you how to remove the seeds or the actual Cwaa from the pods. Yeah, I'll just wash my hands. Very important, always hand washing. Give it a good rinse. And then I will be peeling this. Now, this is how you do it. Do you want to come a bit close? So you just, yeah, take it out like that. And then you just have just the bits like that, brown, and it's got the seeds inside. So you just give it a tap. As you can hear, it just sounds like pop. And then you remove it. Make sure you take out all that and then put it over there. I'm going to just be doing a couple, and then again, as you can hear, it's very easy to do. And this comes from a tree, Cwaa tree. And the different types, sometimes you find the ones which are very sweet and then the ones which are a bit sour. But this one I believe is a bit sweet. So that's it. And then just take it out of the pods. You take out, make it smooth and just neat. So you just keep doing that. I'm going to be taking my Cwaa, which I've removed from the pods, put it in the saucepan. And we are going to be soaking this with cold water. We can do it overnight. I will be putting some cold water in it. Just about that. And soak it overnight. You see that? Okay, we just leave it to soak overnight, and then I will be mashing it up with my hands. It will be soft. Just keep mashing, and then the sauce from it, you know, the sauce from the Cwaa, I'll be scooping it and using it to make my Kal porridge. We've already talked about the Kal, which is the finger millet flour, which comes normally from the northern part of Uganda, East Africa, Gulu, Acholi land. We are going to be mashing up our Cwaa, which is the tamarind, and then make out a paste out of it, you know, liquid, and we shall be using it to make our Nyuka, which is the Kal porridge. We have here our saucepan with our mixing stick. I'll be taking you through this. But also, not forgetting, we have our, yes, OD, the sesame paste that you can also use in your Kal porridge. Some people like that. You don't need to mix it with the Cwaa, the tamarind, but you just put a little bit in your porridge. So I'll show you that as well. And finishing it off, we shall be using our beautiful dishes here with our spoons, and that will also be helping us to do a little bit of scooping of our Kic, which is the organic African honey. Kic, our honey, but some people prefer sugar, and I always love the brown sugar to just sweeten it up. So thank you very much for watching. I will now be mashing my Cwaa. So to prepare this, I'm going to be washing my hands, okay? Give it a quick wash. You have to give it a quick wash because you are actually just really... So that is it. So this is our chwa now. Very soft, as you can see. I'm gonna bring it closer. Can you see? Because I soaked it overnight, so you can see the seeds, and then just mash it up. Be careful as you mash it. So beautiful. Can you see now the sauce? And you need to sieve this with your strainer, as you can see. Just using my hands as a strainer, you can see. Okay, that is the sauce that we get, and this, yes, is brown. We are going to be tasting it. It's a bit thick, but you can just mix with more water. Remember, we're going to be making our Kal porridge. Yes, Kal porridge. How it tastes. Very, very nice. It's actually very sweet. It's not that sour. So this was the sweet chwa. Remember, we have the sour ones, and then we also have the sweet ones. So we will not be adding a lot of sugar in our chwa. We're going to be opting out for away from our sugar when we are serving. So we shall be using our saucepan, which is clean, and then we're going to be pouring our chwa sauce, which we've sieved a little bit, not too much. So this is our, can you see, our chwa paste, and then I'm going to be adding our Kal finger millet flour, just a little bit. Remember, I don't really measure. I don't know how I do this, but it's just the instinct from our grandparents where I learned to do this. I just know it. It's just that instinct. It's just right. So for me, that would do. Can you see? I just mix it. And then at this point, we are going to be using cold water. Remember, cold water. And I already have some water already in the kettle, but you could use from the sink. Okay, so you just pour your water and then just keep stirring. I'm just showing you this from here, but normally I do it from the cooker. So that's our mixture, because you don't want any lumps. If you use hot water, then it becomes lumpy. And I can see that we still need to add our. Yes, so now we're going to be cooking our porridge. That's the Kal porridge. And this is the mixture. So I'll be putting it on the cooker and just set my temperature on. Yeah, not too high. And then you just keep mixing. Now it's very important that you keep mixing. Keep mixing. Why are we mixing? Because it becomes lumpy. It starts to form. It becomes lumpy. So you really have to keep mixing it. Staying over here and mixing it. So if you come and look here, this is how my porridge is now looking. As you can see, it's now just formed up. You can see the liquid has become solid. Yeah, and you have to be careful because, as you can see, can you see it just popping up? So you just really reduce your heat because you don't want it to burn you. So because it's a bit thick, we just put in a little bit more boiled water, just a bit like that, and then we just keep mixing. Can you see that? Beautiful Nyuka Kal, which is the millet porridge with tamarind. And just leave it to cook for a little bit. Keep stirring, okay? Keep stirring. So we have now prepared or made our millet porridge, which is the Nyuka Kal with Cwaa, meaning with tamarind, Cwaa, and this is how it looks. We are going to be serving this now when it's a bit hot. We like it when it's hot, yes. Say there was 2 people who were going to be taking this. So, best to lift it because you don't want to. Do you want to come close and see? So, just do it that way so that you don't spill. Can you see? Smooth, beautiful. Kal, Nyuka Kal. Yeah? Product of Uganda. Mostly in the northern part of Uganda. Actually, Luo, Gulu, where I come from, Gulu City. And you don't need to fill it up, so, okay? Because you're gonna put the sugar over there. So that looks like that. And we're gonna be using our spoons. So I think we have one more spoon. We need one more spoon for the next person. That. Hello, yes, so, Karibo, meaning come and enjoy our breakfast, which I've just prepared. Kal porridge with Cwaa tamarind, a product of Africa, normally also found in the northern part of Uganda, actually Gulu City, where I come from. So I'm going to be testing this, done my prayers, and I'm also going to be adding our Kic, which is the honey, which some people would opt for, or our sugar, brown sugar. I love brown sugar. You can add it, but other people may just decide to eat our porridge without the sugar. Karibo once again. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, beautiful. It's a bit hot, so you need to be careful. Normally you can start from this side, which will cool down. So take just a little bit. I'm just gonna try and see if it's got that nice flavor. I like mine without sugar, but I may opt for the honey. So just that. Very good. Very, very nice. I can taste the tamarind, a bit sweet. And at this point, I'm just thinking, do I really need my honey? Probably not. Because it's got that sweet, soury taste. Very, very nice, very soft. I don't feel any bits from the Cwaa, the tamarind. So yes, you just don't even need a lot. And this is very filling, gluten-free. Yes, a lot of our kal is organic and gluten-free.
So, what are the benefits of tamarind?
Benefits of tamarind. I believe there's a lot of health benefits from our tamarind. My grandmother once told me, and just growing up knowing that with the tamarind from the area or the place where I come from, Gulu City or the Achole or the Luo, there is a belief. It's also, I believe, a religious probably belief, where the tamarind, normally when a woman has a baby, you know, during the first few days when they've just had a baby, they're given the Cwaa porridge or the tamarind drink, and that is usually to help to shrink the uterus. I still don't know the evidence based around that. I'm still yet to read and learn, but that is something which I have done myself. I have been given Cwaa porridge when I had my little one. So yes.
Where do you get them from, the tamarind?
Tamarind, I have seen them in many shops. Yes. Also, just to answer, it comes in different forms. I've seen in powder form now, yes, and I've seen in frozen form in, you know, yeah, lumpy, you know, put together, and then they're packaged and put it in the freezer. Yes, it can be kept, but I really love the fresh ones. It can also be packaged in a box. You just see it written tamarind, and then just the pods are open, and you can always just chew them. It's also a very good like snack, but just watch out for the seeds. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. This was our Chwaa porridge, Nyuka Kal finger millet porridge. Karibo.
What is the reason you're doing the show?
Yes, I love this show. It's one of the things that I've always loved. I love culture. I love our African culture, the Ugandan actually culture. And that's why in most of my songs, which I have sung, one of my songs says, Awaka me Tekwaro, meaning the beauty of our culture, or of our African culture. And it's just trying to preserve this culture for our, generations to come. The beauty of our culture is in our food, different foods, different fruits. Clothings, yes, that's why I try and wear that. I also do a lot of the wrapping of the hair, makeup, and I've talked of our songs, dance, beliefs, lifestyle, you name it. African culture. Awaka me Tekwaro. This is what I'm trying to promote. So, yes.
Come and see the beauty of